Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. It's your brother Farhan back again. Today I'm going to talk about probably the most contentious topic out of all the topics that we're going to discuss, which is the food line. Now, the reason that I bring this up and the reason that I want to spend time and actually talk about this is it's unfortunately the place where we find the biggest issues and the greatest problems within the community. And this is where we show the least khuluq. This is where we show the least etiquettes and the least manners. And I really want us to really question ourselves on why that is. Why are we so impatient when it comes to that point? And the reality is a lot of this comes from hastiness. A lot of this comes from greed. A lot of this comes from arrogance. And why is it that I pointed out these three things in particular? Haste is from the shaitan. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that yes, we have created mankind in haste, but even that haste, what is the purpose of it, or what is the base of it, or where does it come from? It comes from our arrogance, where we feel that we are more entitled to this food. We feel that we are more deserving. But the reality is everybody is deserving of that food. And not just that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has already written our rizq. He's already written what we're to receive. He's already written what we're to consume. If we have that belief and we have that patience, and even if we don't get anything, that's what was written for us. And I know sometimes that's hard to hear because we're all hungry, and I get it. But just because I'm hungry, it doesn't mean that other people aren't. And just remember, my fast isn't doing anybody else anyone favors. So sometimes we feel we're doing someone else a favor. Fasting is not an excuse. I hope none of us are utilizing it as that. Just because I'm fasting doesn't justify me to be in front of that line. It doesn't justify for me to take more food. It doesn't justify whatever it is that I'm trying to justify at that point in time. The fasting is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we need to make sure that we are fasting for Allah. Because if we're not, that entire fast, it goes to waste. And not just that, I fasted the entire day only to get another Muslim upset. Is that what I really want? What if Allah asks me about that time I took that extra egg in front of the person next to me, or I grabbed the last one? Wallahi, ikhwan, sometimes just stopping and thinking about what we're doing and the effect it has on other people can have huge repercussions within our own hearts and within the community. My son and my daughter is watching me too. They're also in line. All of these moments are moments for us to either give lessons or to take them. What kind of lesson are we giving when we're cutting? What kind of lesson are we giving because we know the server and we'll cut in and we'll get extra food? There's enough food for everyone, walillahi alhamd. We live in a blessed time. We live in a blessed place. How many poor people around the world know exactly what time they're going to eat? Many of us have it down to the second. Not only do we have it down to the second of what time we're going to eat, we know exactly what we're going to eat. And if we don't know what we're going to eat, we can request what it is that we want to eat. So the food line is something that is very representative of this month. And many times our lack of patience and how we deal with one another, which, wallahu alam, like I had mentioned before, I believe is one of the main lessons of Ramadan. When I'm at the end of my rope, how am I going to deal with my brothers and sisters? And unfortunately, many of us fail, and I hope and I pray that we utilize this Ramadan as a means to better that, better our communication and better our dealings with one another. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us all and to bless the community. Ameen. I look forward to seeing you all next time.